One of the greatest boxers in the UFC is kind of stuck and doesn't have a fight. I've got 3 potential solutions that we could do with Max, but before we get there, what do we do with Conor? Big build-up, not the greatest result. Do you guys want that fight to happen? Personally, I want the fight to happen. I want to see Conor. I think that's a good way for Conor to come back. If he claims to, be putting in the work and pouring himself into his craft. Now, the injury, it's like he can be putting in the work and still get injured. Flukes like that happen all the time. It's unfortunate, especially as you're getting older. But I think that it could be an exciting fight. I don't know why we're doing 170. I don't know I'm saying we as if I control the UFC's decisions, but they're doing 170 or like a catch weight at 165. I don't know, something silly because Conor's older and he wants to do 170, so Max was gonna take the payday. Max was very, very happy to take that, that big lump of money and go, well, I'll do it again. I was a little off-put by that, but anyways, one of the most exciting fighters, pretty wholesome guy. What do we do with him? We can't wait a year for Conor to get better, okay? So we have 3 solutions after the Conor thing. If we don't want to wait for the Conor thing, because that's a year of rehab and ACL and got it repaired and do surgery and all this. So we really have, after that, we kind of have 3 options. Now there's always some random of, we could pull some guy from the bottom, top 20 or something, but there's 3 real options. Before I get there, please subscribe to this channel. Putting a lot of effort in this channel, but a lot of effort in my documentaries channel too. So subscribe here, subscribe there. Really, to me, pardon me, I have this so I can know if something goes wrong with my camera, it like beeps at me. So all in all, you have this round robin between Gaethje, Max, and Ilya. Every guy's beaten the other guy and lost to the other guy. It's a rock, paper, scissors situation. So do you do the rematch between Max and Ilya? That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. He got knocked out by Ilya. Maybe they want to push for it, who knows? Do you do the rematch with Gaethje? Because Max knocked out Gaethje, and Gaethje's the champion. Maybe Max wants to push for a championship. I don't know. Or, I think, pardon me, there's something in my eye. Do you push for, goodness gracious, do you push for the Paddy fight? Is there any heat between Paddy and, Max? Not really at all. And seeing as how Max got absolutely dominated by Charles the Bronx Oliveira on the ground, that was, I think a lot of people were excited for that fight. It was the BMF belt, and it wasn't exciting to watch. Charles was like, I got this, I can wrestle, he can't, I got this. Or at least we found out that it wasn't comparable between the two. That was not even close. It was just, it wasn't fun to watch. I just made a video about how, wrestling's part of the sport, jiu-jitsu is part of the sport, but for me, that one was just like, it was, BMF was supposed to be representative of a striking heavy matchup, and it just wasn't. All in all, do you do the Paddy matchup? I mean, it doesn't make sense from the grappling perspective. We just saw incredible grappling skills by Paddy. That submission over BSD, I was like, hopping up, screaming, like I was like a little kid again. So I don't know. Those are kind of like the 3 in my head. You have Conor, but then you have Gaethje, you have Ilya, and then you got Paddy, then you got everyone else that there's just not really, I don't know, there's nothing like there. You have the beef with Ilya and Paddy that goes way back. It's like that you can always do that fight no matter what happens. If they both lose, if they both win, if they're both doing this, it doesn't matter. You can do the Ilya-Paddy fight at any time, especially now that Ilya has kind of lost that undefeated streak. It brings him down a level. Like, okay, then we can definitely do Paddy-Ilya. It makes a lot of sense. What do you guys think? I don't know. I'm conflicted because I want to see the Conor Max thing, because I think like in the way of putting Conor in a fight with someone, I think that kind of makes sense. You have a striker heavy, a boxing heavy fighter in Max, and sort of a similar, wider stance, and then he gets he evolved over the years, but a striker heavy or a counter strike heavy in Conor. So that I don't know if it makes sense from a skill perspective, because Conor suffered some defeats even before he went on the 5-year hiatus, the bender, whatever you want to call it. So I don't know, but it's like I want to see it because out of curiosity. I'm like, if we're gonna do it and the UFC thinks to get out, hey, I'm sold. I want to see it. I'm interested, but I don't think Max wants to wait around a year. So if you have another option, pop in the comments, subscribe here, and subscribe to my documentary channel. I did documentaries on Dustin Poirier, Radvalishvili, Alex Pereira. Go check it out. Subscribe there, subscribe here, and I'll talk to you soon about the best sport in the world. Bye-bye.